So you repaired your armor, and you put the silver mace bits to give it the kind of silver raven crest look.
Correct.
So now we're just deciding where's everyone going now because you are.
We either go to the forest or the mountains.
Which one's closer?
Forest, probably.
Well, let's go to the forest. No sense of backtracking.
Agreed.
Backtracking in the hopes that you can find the forest thing. I'm gonna look for a.
Mim, have you looked at your bones? Do you know what we may face in the next few days?
Oh, well, I could actually go look in the water if I wanted to.
It may be a good idea because then we could plan.
I'm gonna wait to see that.
Well, go ahead and,
Okay.
and we'll ask. Well, what?
I'm gonna use the teeth +1 in the water, and then
Anything else?
I guess just the +1 if I want to yes or no.
Okay.
I guess. 11.
So, what is your question?
Gosh,
I'm most interested in what kind of beasties you think we may encounter because then I can roll
yes or no, give me a yes or no question type response, and
Oh, that's how it works, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Kind of.
So that's what she picked.
Yeah, it's easier that way. Well, I guess I didn't have to. I got a 9, and the +1 would
You
have made it.
didn't know what you were gonna roll, so suck it up.
Well, there'll be
Alright.
spiders there.
See if see if we have werewolves in our
That's what I thought.
immediate
That's what
future.
I thought. Will there be some werewolves in the forest?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Prepare for werewolves.
I am going to then roll Monster Hunter. I'm going to spend some of our downtime while we're in camp researching or preparing against a particular enemy. I get to roll plus intelligence and gain readiness based on how I roll. I got an 8, so on a 7 to 9, gain 2. So I'm holding 2 readiness versus werewolves.
All right.
And that's what allows me to trigger the trophy move and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, this is what he took.
I took cheap shot and underdog.
Nice.
Yep, so I have shoot first, cheap shot, and underdog.
Nice. All good moves.
Oh yeah.
So
Next one's going to be cautious.
I forget which one that one is.
When he,
I get a +1 hold every on a 6 or under for making a trap test.
Oh, nice.
he gets to if he rolls a miss, he still gets to hold one when he's using trap expert. So he always
Right.
gets it. He can always at least notice something about it. Are you just gonna go straight into a random stretch of wilderness and try to find the forest thing, or?
Oh, that's right. I don't think I healed.
To the perilous journey.
Well, one thing that is good to know is which direction you're going, at least.
Well, I guess here's the thing. It took us a day to get here from the village. How far is the next location we're going to? Because we don't want to overextend ourselves and then be stuck in the middle of the woods.
So, the day you spent going from Barovia down to here, that wasn't like you guys a whole day to walk to this location. It was you walked down, found the swamp pretty quickly, but it took you guys a while trudging through the swamp aimlessly until you eventually found you stumbled upon a landmark that kind of made you go, oh well, there's some things, so maybe there's something useful in here. Then you follow those to it. So if you had actually known the direction of the swamp vein, it probably would have taken you a day to get to like walk straight from Barovia to the swamp area. You also do not know where the next location is. You just know it's the forest vein. And when you enter Barovia, we'll do a little map. This was the gate that you guys passed through, and you followed a road, and this whole thing, the whole side of the road, was covered in it was flanked by trees the whole time. And you eventually exited the forest and found the village. And then as you came down to the swamp, when you were going up to the crossroads, you found more trees on the side of the road as well. You could barely see them from the road. So you're looking at, at least three
Different.
unknown size areas.
Any of which could be the forest.
Well, yes. Well, any of which could potentially contain the forest vein.
Okay.
I got a question. Did we find the 2 items we were looking for in the swamp?
Yes.
You found the sun sword hilt, and you destroyed an obelisk that you believe was the forest vein, like what was kind of handling destroying its energy.
Yeah, I don't have the.
Hang on, I'm having a hard time hearing you over the baby.
Okay. You found the hilt of the sun sword, which is inert. The witch had told you before the way to awaken it is in Castle Ravenloft.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you found this glowing green obelisk that Gamamir and Mim believed was kind of funneling the energy of the swamp into one point so it could be harnessed, and they destroyed it. But before all the energy had dispersed back, that's how they made the magic items. They just used that raw magic energy to create them.
Okay. All right.
But it's slowly ebbing away over time, and it'll kind of all bounce back out.
Gamamir. Surely one of your books has indication of where this forest place of power would be.
I never did get to use that book the last time we played. That's right. I can spout lore or use the book on that one. And that gives me +1, right? How does that work?
You make a spout lore roll. When you consult your accumulated knowledge about something, roll plus intelligence.
Okay.
And do you have bag of books?
No.
Well, I gave him the
that's not a
book
good
at
roll.
the.
You don't have bag of books? What kind of wizard doesn't have bag of books?
The kind that goes for the armor.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, so the book that he has, we'll say that it will allow him, he'll look through the book and try to find if there's any kind of indication, like, you doubt
What is that book? What is that book that he has?
It's the, like, history and geography of Barovia.
Oh, okay, so it would be essentially the bag of books for this area.
Well, it's not going to give him a +1, but it's going to allow him to essentially spout lore when he normally wouldn't have been able to about lots of little minor details.
Okay, that works.
So I roll a 7 with my intelligence.
So
That's a pass.
yes, that is a pass. The GM
Something interesting.
You think it's very unlikely that there would be two key places of power located close together.
So it's probably further from the swamp.
So the swamp is over here,
Okay.
and there is a lot of trees around here.
So
You're
we can say
pretty
it's not
certain
that
it's
one.
not this section.
Okay, let's go to the other side of the road then. Let's go to the one he didn't cross off there, and let's start searching there, and I'll see if I can't attune my ears to detect magic.
Okay, that's at least a day's perilous journey, right?
It's going to be at least a day, and also you are not really sure where you are in the swamp, and you're not really sure what
So maybe
direction
2 days.
you don't really know what direction you are in the swamp. To find your way out of here, you'd probably have to walk in a random direction, find the edge, and then just hope you got the right edge.
So we need to roll, basically.
If you have, unless you have some way of trying to determine like what direction, which direction to go.
Well, surely, Gamamir, you can cast a quick spell to find out exactly which direction we should be heading. I mean, I know wizards can pull all kinds of shit out of their ass.
I was more thinking if one of you guys had an adventurer's gear, you could just pull a compass out.
Oh, well, we could do that too. I was thinking ritual moon.
I've got one, so I'll spend it. So what will that give us a bonus, or how does that work?
Well, you would know which direction's east, and when you came into Barovia, this way was north, and so if you walk through the town and you walk down the swamp, as long as you go east and you hit the trees, then you're in the first section.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
And actually, you go east for maybe a half hour, and that's when you hit the trees. It's swamps and trees, but you're pretty sure you're at the westernmost region of this part of the forest. And now we can do the Undertake Careless During move. So who's doing what job?
I'll take Scout again.
Okay.
I'll get a +1.
I believe, Min, you're also good at keeping track of our provisions, are you not?
Sure, why not?
And I'm not particularly good at this travel nonsense. I probably shouldn't be in charge of anything.
I'll take the risk and roll on a 0. Sometimes I can intuit direction. Let's see if today's the day.
Well, you would be the that's right. Yeah.
You'll be the Blaze Trailer. Alright, so I'm rolling. Oh boy.
So Mim reduces the amount of rations required.
Oh, good.
I heard
That's
it's no
really-
bull.
Nice.
That's good, because whichever job I do, I fail.
Yeah.
Who failed what now?
We both failed. Scout
Oh, okay.
and Trailblazer.
Scout and Trailblazer both failed.
The most important job.
We get XP!
Yay, XP!
Do we all take a ration off then?
Hold on.
And can I use my herbs and poultices? Thank you.
How much do we gain when we rest in camp? Did we rest in camp?
Yes.
Okay.
It's half your max.
Cool.
Yeah, see, it wasn't much for me. I was at 60.
So 2 people failed their roll. You are what?
How much is it?
How much does it cost?
No, how much is it?
Oh, 7.
Thank you. Okay, continue. And
So you were walking through the woods. It's almost completely concealed in mist. You see, like at the edge of it, shapes that you're not really. At some point, you mistake them for people. You hear noises like twigs snapping, uh, bushes rustling. Once you actually get out of the swamp and into drier land, um, that's when you hear what sounds like a wolf howl. It sounds very far away. What do you do?
Uh,
Oh, hey, I think we should head towards it.
I didn't have shoot first, so I can't be surprised.
2 more times.
Yes.
I'm gonna tune my my hearing to detect magic, just in case as we're walking along, in case we get close to it, I can start to hear it.
It would be 4 plus 13.
Or it's 6 plus. It's
Okay,
six.
so
Why
yeah,
is it 6? Are you sure it's 6?
that's D4. Sorry, Melissa forgot that for stats after she leveled, so she upped her hit points.
And like.
Cut up wisdom or charisma. Okay, so you were walking toward the howling.
yes.
And Gamamir, you want to cast Detect Magic?
Yes,
Give me a roll.
I have 8.
It works, but what option do you pick?
Forget the spell.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with forget the spell.
You don't want to draw unwelcome attention to yourself?
Nope.
I'm going
What
to.
happened last time?
Oh, come on, there's only been 2 misses so far.
Only 2.
Plus, that was like 3 weeks ago that we had problems with it. Last time we played, there was fireballs all over the place. That was awesome.
All right, we'll draw unwelcome attention. Bring it on. Chris, you start climbing trees so you can jump down on whatever is about to jump out of you.
Yeah, right. I'm drawing the silver kukri, so don't forget that it has the ability to sense shapeshifters.
It allows you to see through. You can see the actual form, so it effectively lets you determine who is a shapeshifter.
Oh, okay. So if we're in a village, I could tell who's a shapeshifter. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm drawing it anyways because I know that there be beasties about.
I'm gonna kind of scuttle around and try to find a hiding spot.
Well, are you still going to be walking toward where you heard the howling noise?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna so Felicia, you're gonna kind of
She's pussyfooting.
I'm jumping like I'm like running from tree to tree to tree and standing still for a few seconds to blend in and then moving.
Okay, so you guys keep walking, and eventually, you think you start to see like shapes moving about just at the edge of the mist, just out like what you can see.
Can I cast mirror then?
Huh?
Can I take a moment before, as we're seeing things moving around, can I cast my mirror image?
1 second. Who is in the lead?
Me.
I thought Felicia, yeah.
But who's in the lead that's the most visible?
Me.
Okay. So Kier, you guys are walking, and then Gamamir. What do you do to say, like, I'm going to cast mirror image? You tell everyone, hey, stop for a second, I need to do something?
No, I just let them keep walking. I'll just fall behind while I put my hands together and I close my eyes, and then I spread them apart quickly in opposite directions and cast my spell.
Okay. So as you start to do that, Kier, you see out of the mist a person, a little shorter than you. You can't make any out like any like body stature or anything because they're clothed in like a thick fur cloak, and they have this kind of a wooden mask on. They're just kind of standing there looking at you, and then you hear like a. And Gimamir, you are struck by an arrow before you can finish your spell.
What do these do these classify as monsters? Because if so, I'm going to use my bestial knowledge on them.
You can't tell what they are. Like
Okay.
they might just be like wild humans or Vistani. They look humanoid. From what you can tell, it looks humanoid. Gimamir hit for 3 damage. 1 point is piercing.
Sorry, say again.
3 damage.
Now that I'm paying,
And
And I've got my leather armor. So does that reduce any of it?
it's 1 piercing.
So no.
So how much damage do I take?
Yeah, you would
3.
take 3 then. So you're casting a spell, and then you get hit. You guys hear Gilmir, cry out, presumably,
or
ow,
grunt.
or a message for you, sir.
So now that I'm paying attention, can I use my heat vision to pick out where they are in the forest?
Ooh. Yes, the mist is it's cold, but so it kind of obscures them a little bit, but you can still see there's about 10 of these people all around you. They look like they're kind of moving low to the ground though. You can see them like moving between trees, like it'll obscure their kind of heat blob. And they're moving about like they're trying to spread all around you.
They're trying to surround us. There's one there, and there. It's about 10.
Well met, forest dwellers. We come not looking for a fight with you. We are here because we are against Strahd. As long as you are too, then we can call each other friends. Otherwise, we will have to kill you all.
The person says nothing and just draws 2 short swords.
Well,
I
that
just-
counts as an answer.
I sigh and shake my hand and say, the hard road it's gonna be. And I charge him.
Okay. You charge him, and Kier, you can see that there are 2 of the. It looks like several of the blobs. You can see them moving as Locum rushes,
Mm-hmm.
and you can everyone can do like the as arrows just go flying at the Locum. So you need to defy danger.
Very well.
I'm still hidden, right?
Yeah, you're like you said, you're keeping to the trees.
I got a
Well,
10.
Nice.
You got a 10?
Yes, I did, by dodging them.
Okay. You make it to the person. What are you doing?
I stab the silver kukri into his lower jaw upward.
You try to.
Yes, I try to. I fail. I get a 5.
You draw your kukri out and you get ready to drive it at him. And when you swing at him, you see the face like kind of turn to look at the kukri, and you think you can hear him kind of like a slight little fearful gasp, and he recoils from it. And as he moves away, you can see like underneath the fur cloak, it does look like a human, like very very lithe and like not like overtly muscular.
Okay.
But otherwise, it does look like a person.
Okay, but he recoiled from that?
It looked more than he thought he would have, given that he has 2 weapons.
Okay. I guess my next question would depend on if they're werewolves or not, so that I could use one of my readiness, or if they're any kind of were creature actually.
Well, you're fairly, that's would be a good indication for you.
Okay.
And,
Well, does the sword or does the kukri indicate that they're lycanthropes?
They're werecats.
It doesn't like make them glow or anything, but if the person is in like a humanoid shape, it's not going to reveal anything because that's their natural form.
Okay. So it would only reveal it to me if they were in their other form.
Yeah, if you saw like a wolf that was a werewolf in wolf form, then that would like kind of you would see them as they really are.
Okay, I guess the question I'm looking for is that because we're in this weird mist and they're moving around and they're kind of hard to see, I don't want to really get ambushed either. So I was going to use one of my readiness to trigger the tremor worm echolocation move so that I would be aware of them.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, so you can you use that and you can feel them like they're thumping around very quickly all around you.
Okay. All right. So I missed. Does he damage me or anything for the miss? It is a hard move on your part, so.
He is going to. He's actually going to lunge forward while you're doing your tremor worm thing. He's going to lunge forward, and he's okay. So the tremor worm move. Is that something that you have to you have to have the trophy on you to benefit from that, or?
Yeah, exactly. If I lose the trophy, I lose the move.
Okay, so he will dart forward with both swords, and so he's either going to take away the tremor worm thing, or the silver kukri, or you're going to take some damage.
I'll take the damage.
He is. Yeah, he comes at you. He comes at you really quick, like he's desperately trying to get that thing away from you.
Right.
So you're going to take 5 piercing 1.
Okay.
Like you just block with your, you kind of move, like turn around, trying to, get away from him, and he gets a couple times. So while that's going on, we're cutting to whoever wants to do something now.
Is there any near B? Go ahead.
I just yell, kill them all.
And at that cue, 9 more of these, 9 wolves come leaping out of the mist. And Locum, this is where when you see the wolves leaping out, you actually see them you can solidly see their humanoid forms, and they're all wearing masks. They're all cloaked.
Okay.
But it looks like there's a wolf kind of haze, or a wolf-shaped haze around them.
Okay. When I first encounter a monster, I can ask the GM what is the most effective way to kill this, and you will answer honestly, or you will ask me to answer.
Silver.
Okay, silver. Use your silver if you got it.
Ganymede, I'm going to charge the largest group. Why don't you give me backup fire?
Sounds good.
Alright, so wherever the largest clump of them is, I'm going to head that direction, glowing, so he knows where to shoot.
Okay. Then largest group, you get 5 of them coming at you.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm going to roll to defend. I guess, yeah, roll defend. I'm gonna try and weather their attacks while he lobs a fireball.
Are you defending, or are you defying danger with Constitution?
I guess I'll define danger with Constitution.
Okay.
Oh gosh, really?
XP.
XP, because that's Snake Eyes.
Oh.
So they all move around you, and then as you're trying to punch or stab at one of them grabs your foot and pulls you to the ground, and then two more leap on you and start just biting at you and whipping you back and forth. Well, the other two they go for Gamamir. So Kier, you're going to be eating 5 damage, 1 piercing from lots and lots of teeth, and Gamamir, you got 2 wolves coming at you.
Okay.
Sorry.
I blast them.
They're very close to you.
Oh, they're too close?
Well, they're close. You could hit behind them.
So
Aim your fireball to blast behind them and still catch them in the area.
Okay, can I catch everybody in the area if I shoot right behind them?
Yes, but if you miss, that could be, that might be. That's to give you an idea of what might happen if you miss.
Go big or go home.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I rolled 12.
Okay.
Let me roll for damage here. And I don't get to use intellect for my damage rolls, right?
Yeah, it's just a straight 2d6.
Okay, so I roll 6 damage.
And what would be there?
And there we blast to all mobs.
And it looks like that would indeed kill them.
Awesome.
Nice.
Fire for the win.
That's right.
Wolves leap at you when the blast clears. It's just a bunch of charred skeletons.
I'm gonna hobble back to I'm gonna try to find some shelter behind, or kind of lean against one of the trees, trying to pull the arrow out or snap it off.
Oh yeah, you had an arrow. While you're doing that, Felicia and Mim, you have 4 wolves coming at you.
At me? They can see me?
Oh wait, no, you're in a tree. They're going after Mim.
Alright. Is any of them running past me that I can backstab?
They're running underneath the tree you're in. You could try to leap on top of them, on one of them, and that could count as a backstab.
Okay, I'll do that.
So are you gonna just take the damage, or are you gonna actually roll backstab?
If I take the damage, since I got cheap shot, does that still add the 1d6?
What does cheap shot say?
When using a precise or hand weapon, your backstab deals an extra 1d6 damage.
Yes,
Yeah, that'll still count.
Alright. I think I'll just take the flat out damage and hope to kill one.
So roll your d8 and your d6.
Alright. It's a 1d8 plus 1d6.
Yeah, I thought that's what I said.
Yeah.
You said you're 1d6.
I said a d8 first. I might have the mic or something. But yeah, roll them all. Let's see what you get.
11.
Wow.
Okay. You feel you land on the wolf, and you feel that like your sword is. You have a harder time. You tackle the wolf actually, and then when you roll on the ground and you get on top of it, you try to stab it through its flesh. It feels like that it's resisting you, but you still manage to stick it through its throat and kill it. But you get the impression that your weapon wouldn't have been very useful if you just tried to fight fairly.
Fight fairly.
And if it was naturally resistant to your non-silver, non-magical rapier.
Rogues don't fight fairly anyway.
Not if they can help it.
So I'm going to now coat my blade with poison.
Alright. Oh, and while you're doing that, I gotta deal with Melissa's character. What would she do if there was 3 wolves coming at her? totally try to run away.
What, not eat a bug and curse herself and wolves at the same time?
Well, she gets some experience points.
She could. Oh, I was gonna say she could have totally turned into a bat and just flown up into a tree.
Her skin changing thing takes a little bit. Takes a couple
Oh,
minutes.
does it?
Yeah, I guess she could have been a bird the whole time, but that's for another day. Oh wow, 8. She's taken 7 damage, so she's over halfway dead.
Yikes.
But she will try to cronk one in the. No, I don't want to risk that. I might kill her. She'll scream for help. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go over there and try and help.
Okay. Let's come back to Locum really quick. So.
Yeah, okay, so this thing is like scratching all over the top of me and everything like that. I'm just gonna grab it by the throat and just try to stab it right in the chest with this kukri.
Okay.
That is a 9.
Alrighty.
So the damage is a 10.
Woohoo!
Plus it's the silver blade.
Yes, yes. You drive it right into his chest, and you hear him make a little kind of a whimpering noise, and he feebly stabs at you for another 3 damage,
Okay.
and then he dies.
That's 1 piercing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're back to Kier. You're gonna help Mim out.
There we go. I'm gonna keep glowing, trying to have some focus be on me. And how many are over there attacking her? Is it just 1 or?
It's 3 of them, and when they see you coming and they see them just kind of rolling around trying to kick him away, they let go of her and they go after you, being the obviously much more dangerous and fighting target.
Okay, I'm gonna try and just waste one of them. I'm gonna spend 4 radiance and make an attack.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, you're halfway there.
Ooh, I see that.
11.
You decided to slap a
13.
wolf and die.
13. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the extra die of damage and take some damage back.
Okay.
7.
You punch one's head off, and the other 2 bite at you for you take 4 damage, 1 piercing. And Gamamir or Felicia got.
I'm gonna try to sneak up on one of the wolves attacking Adam, and I'll make an attack.
They're not really paying attention to you, so you can backstab one of them.
And I'll just do the
Yeah.
backstab. And I got my poison on my blade, so it's another 1d4 after my turn.
Okay.
Oh, 12.
That's it.
Wow.
Same deal. You're. I think the last one you know what to expect, so you just jam it in even harder than the last time. And again, you feel the resistance, but you still manage to get through it. And the last wolf will actually, seeing that now that it realizes that there are no other wolves around, it's going to try to run away.
Hey, Ganymir, I think this is your department.
Fireball it up. No one escapes from me.
I said kill them all.
Oh, I roll another 12. Wow.
Wow.
Woohoo!
They killing it?
Probably, unless Shane rolls really low.
You
I roll a
12.
7 for damage.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, that's a little over enough to kill it, so...
Well, I would hope so, since it's armor piercing.
Yeah.
Shoot me with an arrow, will ya? That's it.
Oh, actually, I forgot, since they die, they turn back to normal, you shoot the wolves with fireballs, and then the bones that go flying out are human bones.
Huh. Nice.
So you got these flaming human skulls just, like, in every direction.
Ah, you gotta love magic. Dang, I love my job. Freak, I love my job.
So we should loot the bodies, and you should take some sort of really cool fire bleached bone trophy, Locum.
Yeah, I think I wonder what kind of move I would get from them.
Shape.
That sounds dangerous.
You can run around as a dog. Chase his tail.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna take. Let's see. I have a jaw, the tonsil. Yeah, I'll take one of their. I'll
The
take,
witch
like,
ate the jaw, remember?
No, the ghoul jaw.
Yeah, the ghoul jaw. You
Oh,
were
that's
using it
right.
to
She
rend?
did. That's right.
The witch hit the job?
She ate it?
Yeah, she ate it, and then I kind of turned her into fire, so...
Right.
that's,
So yeah, I'm gonna take some claws then.
Did she eat the jar? Did she? I thought she ate the kukri.
No, she ate the jaw, because he was using it to rend. I thought.
No, she ate the kukri.
Oh, okay.
But did she destroy the jaw?
You tried to rend her with the jaw, but it didn't do anything to her because you
I don't actually have to use the part to trigger the move. It's like the essence of the monster is transferred to me by wearing its trophy. So
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that you try to cut into her with your sword, and you hit her, like, when she blocked with her arm, and you sliced off her, like, part of her muscle, and that's when you saw that she was just, like, made of stone underneath it.
right.
I don't recall her doing anything to the jaw. Like, you should
Okay.
still have the jaw. It didn't work on her.
You know what I
Okay.
think would be cool? A cool move is if you use the eyes from the wolf, one of the body parts that are left, and use those for trophies, and that'll let you. That allows you to see in the dark.
Yeah, that's cool, but it's kind of like what I have for the tremor worm already with the echolocation.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be one of the actual moves of the monster?
It does. It has to be a non-magical move from the creature's list.
Let's see. I'll look at the normal werewolf monster. These weren't, like, solitary werewolves. These were, like, pack werewolves, so they don't have the same stats. Well, you can,
Wolf bastards.
You can, hunt like man and beast, in previous senses, like what Shane says. But if you really wanted to, you can't use a magical move. Like, you can't turn into a wolf.
It says a non-magical move.
Changing into a wolf doesn't sound like it would be a magical move.
What about claw hands? That you turn your hands into claws and you just attack with, claws.
Oh, like messy?
Yeah.
Well, what I was thinking, because the ghouls give you messy, was so how does this move work again? Like, you got to spend points to activate them.
Right. I have to spend the readiness move, and when you slay a dangerous creature, you may impart some of its power into a trophy: a horn, a claw, a skull, or some other body part. For each trophy you take, choose a non-magical move from that creature's move list. As long as you wear the trophy on your person, you may spend one readiness to perform that move. How about melt into the woods? And the trophy I'm going to take is the pelt off of the one that I killed.
Well, okay. Since you got to spend readiness to do this, and you don't have a guaranteed amount of readiness at any time, I'm cool with letting you to turn into a wolf
Okay.
with the pelt.
All right.
I'm totally fine with that. I have no problem with that. The other thing would be, if you wanted to take the claws, you could instead gain one piercing for essentially for the fight that you're in. You spend one readiness to gain one piercing for the duration of the encounter.
All right. I'll just go with the pelt.
Okay.
I think I like that better, and kind of like wearing it almost like a cloak kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's more. You find all the wolves that I wish I would have had.
Oh, just now, or?
Wolf. Woof, woof. Well, she's digging through my minis box and she's finding all kinds of werewolf things.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, glad we didn't fight that one
Just
Yet.
yet. Yeah.
well, let me get
That one would have been a good stand-in for the statue that tried to eat me.
I thought I had like a big statue monster at some point.
Fine.
I mean, I'm sure I do somewhere.
My detect magic is not pulling anything up, right? I'm not hearing anything.
No, what you find though, because you guys did loot treasure, and I did roll on the table. Here's the, yeah.
Oh.
The one that Locum killed, he had a little black velvet pouch full of a bunch of tiny blood rubies.
Yay, treasure!
Are those just gems that we know? Like, do we know those are gems, or are they used for something else?
They are, as far as you can tell, they're gems, but they're worth about 150 coins. They're not really cut.
How many?
150 coins. It's just
Just one of
a
them?
small pouch. No, it's a bunch of little rubies.
That's what I was asking.
Dang, nothing but money.
Hey, well, we can use them for between you and the witch. We can probably use them to create more magic items too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you know that, Amir. You're a wizard.
I mean, that's right. Of course we can. I make stuff with rupees all the time.
Here you go.
Oh,
I just hold it up and I say, "Here you go. It's money or it's
There we go.
magic stuff."
All right. So you want me to take the gems and I'll make a magic item when I get a chance?
Between you and Melissa, or you and Mim, I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yes.
Okay.
Because she has the thaumaturgy and you have the enchantment, so that's pretty cool.
my weapon is very ineffective. I need a better one.
Well, that sounds like something we maybe could do when we make camp again. I know wizards are fairly adept at enchanting weapons.
What? And witches aren't?
I never said that. Stop putting words into my mouth.
Anyway, so
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You loot the monsters, and let's see if we can get through a lot of this.
so now we start trailblazing again.
Well, we'll get to the trail point in just a second. After a couple more hours, you exit the forest and you find yourself on the road that you rode in the town on.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're somewhere around here.
So we could cross over and go into the next forest, correct?
Yeah.
If you
Did
so
we ever
want.
find our horses from when we went into the swamp the first time?
No.
No, most of those horses got killed, and I think any horses that are left were left back where we left them at the swamp in the bridge. Whoops, our bad.
Yeah, because we couldn't find our way back, right? We lost our way.
Yeah,
You mean in the swamp?
yeah, or something, right?
You could. Well, you could have walked to the edge of the swamp and then followed the edge north until you got to about the point where if you guys could tie your horses off.
Well,
Before
yeah,
you went
next it was what was left of the wagon, and it was like right before I think.
I thought we left the horses at the city because we took them back to the city to rest.
One of them got away
That's right. That's right. We fought alligator or werewolf or something
before you went in.
before we went in, and that's what happened. So we kept 2 and a partially burned wagon.
You left the wagon there.
Oh, did we? Oh, but I thought we left the horses and the wagon.
No, we had the 2 horses, but I thought we left them at the city because we didn't know exactly, because we were going into a swamp, and we figured they would be not effective in the swamp.
Yeah, that's what I recall as well.
Okay.
Okay, let's say so. Your 2 horses are back in town. Assuming there's anyone there left alive, and the horses didn't become zombies.
I was going to do a divination to see if this is the right forest.
That is a good idea. So, what are you picking?
I'll just do the. I don't think there's any water really nearby, so I'll do a +1.
Okay.
Oh, that makes it a 7. The GM will answer your question, and you take +1 forward. Oh, 7+. Cool, sweet.
Is this?
The
Oh, I could have asked a follow-up question last time. Oh, yes. Is this when I'm facing this way at this forest? Is this the right forest with the?
We gotta do it monkey paw like. Is this forest the one that I am looking at with these trees somewhere within?
Is that the right forest to go into to find the place of power?
Yes.
Yay! This is the right forest, guys.
Excellent.
Excellent.
But I still don't detect any magic. We must be a long ways off still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So should we press on now, or is it getting late in the day?
Yeah, what time is it?
Well, you guys just made camp a couple hours ago.
Yeah, we should be okay. Can I use another herbs and poultices?
Press onward then. Adventure awaits.
Is anybody else?
Somebody get this arrow out of my arm.
So while they were doing all their magic talking, I'm going to assume that this would have been at least a few minutes of downtime to recuperate for me to use that mutagenic healing move I took last time.
Oh yeah, totally.
So I'm gonna roll a d8 and gain that back in hit points.
Okay.
And I got an 8, so I'm back up at max.
Hey, Mim, can you pull this arrow out of my arm, please?
How badly hurt are you? Is that it? Or has 3 hit points left?
No, I just got hit for 3.
Oh.
You're not supposed to pull the arrows out, you know. You're supposed to push them in.
Yes.
Either way, I'm gonna pull it out. No, just kidding.
Well, she does have
I don't.
GM roll damage dice.
didn't take alternative.
No. I was thinking of doing that next time. Right.
Hey, well, he can cast healing on himself, so it's not that big a deal.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you have Cure Light Wounds, don't you?
I do, but it only works on others.
What?
Yeah, it's part of the cleric thing.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and give you an
That's
herb.
obnoxious.
How much did the herbs and poultices heal for?
It's a 7.
Oh, then just hold off. Let's wait. We'll wait till you camp. I'll just snap off. I'll snap off what's sticking out of the arrow, and I'll say, "Adventure awaits. Let's go on."
No, you should let him pull out the arrow, and she'll roll a damage dice, and then heal you with the herbs.
How about I break off the arrow and throw what's left of it at you? There you go.
Let's just move on.
So you cross the road and into the next forest.
Dun dun dun.
Are we doing generous perilous journey?
Oh, yes, another perilous journey.
Alrighty.
All right. Let's do this again.
Oh, too perilous.
All right.
It's far too perilous, my lord.
With before you guys roll, and if you didn't roll, just stop for a second. The mist here is it's very, very, very thick. So any perilous journeying based on scouting and trailblazing is at -1.
All right, so someone else should roll then.
Okay, what do you think is our most dire?
Now, you know what?
One.
I'll help you, Adam.
I
Okay,
got a
good.
7 on scouting.
I should have taken none at all.
With the minus.
Yep.
Quartermaster.
Yeah, you roll it, and I'll roll to offset the -1.
Okay, well I got a 6. I got a
Aw.
7 with the -1, so it's 6.
And I got a fucking 13 to help you. So
So it's a
That
7.
make it a
we hit it, baby.
Yeah.
Well, because -2.
nice. So Mim failed on whatever she was doing.
Awesome.
Ration helping.
Rations.
You didn't use any rations on the trip out because it's only been a couple hours.
Okay. But this time,
This time, oh yes, it will be.
We use rations.
We got hungry. Okay, it happens.
it's
So
been a
we're now
long-
at 3 rations.
No, more like. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, probably.
Hold on. The quartermaster reduces the number of rations required by 1, and if on a 7 to 9, you use the normal number of rations are consumed. So on a miss, that's going to be more that are required. You will actually. So who failed on the scout roll? Or okay, did scout fail, but trailblazer was normal?
Yeah.
No, scout was normal. Both
Both
2
sevens.
and 2 7s and 1 fail.
Okay. So, Trailblazer, you wander around in the forest for hours pass. You walking through. You're trying to mark your way. You think you can hear. Well, you hear more like howling in the distance, but like you walk towards it. You hear it from a different direction. You walk away from it. You eventually you're following the compass, and you like think you're going in the right direction. And you just keep walking, looking for something, anything. But all the trees
Is
like
the trailblazer or the scouts?
I thought the Trailblazer failed.
No,
No,
we're both
no.
7.
Yeah, we got a
both
7.
passed.
Because I worked with him to give us the 7.
To remove the suck.
Yes.
Hours will still pass. And how are you guys just like walking in a straight line, or are you walking, moving in a direction, trying to how are you trying to?
We'll walk in a direction. We'll see if Ganymede can hear anything with his magic ears. We'll try another direction, head towards the howling wolves.
Are you
Yeah.
always going to follow the howling noise, or are you going to follow? Are you going to move away from it?
We're moving away from it. I'm scouting, right? So I say we move away from it.
I think we should move towards it. The wolves
Yeah,
are
I
under
think-
his control. They're going to be set as protectors. They're protecting something. We should
Right.
move towards it.
And every time we've been to the forest, they've come out of it. So I think that's the case as well.
Okay. So as you move to the forest, you'll hear a howling noise. You'll walk towards it. You'll think you can hear something. You think you hear branches rustling. You think you can hear almost sounds like voices talking, but you can't actually make out what they're saying. And you wander around for a very long time, unsure where you actually are, where you're going. You actually even start to think that you can see the trees themselves moving about. Until eventually, because the scout passed, you come across a clearing, and in the distance, as the sun is starting to hang lower and lower in the sky, you can see that it's silhouetted behind this very large tree that looks like it's growing out of a kind of a low mound in the ground.
What about the rations?
The day is getting
Darker.
It's getting darker, so you guys will have had to stop and eat because it's been you're trumping through this forest. You get exhausted much faster than you normally would.
So 1 or 2.
One,
One. Okay.
because normally none would have been required.
Okay. All right. So describe this stump again.
Well, as you pass you go through the forest. You think you can see shapes moving about in the distance. You think you can hear voices. You do hear howling. You follow the howling, and then you start to think that the trees themselves are moving, as if like the mist is playing tricks on you, or is there something like ghosts almost moving about. But then you eventually come to a clearing, and way in the distance, and you can only see because the sun's getting lower in the sky. It's silhouetting the shape of this large tree that's growing out of this mound.
Well, I could try divination again and see if that's the place of power.
And do I hear anything with my detect magic?
No, not. I'm assuming there's a range limitation on it based on sound, and you can't really hear anything.
He doesn't even hear the ring, ring, ring of his banana phone.
Well, you could hear the noise of all the magic items everyone else is toting around.
Yeah. All right.
May I?
Divination?
Yeah. The +1 for yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah. 10. So I get to ask a follow-up question. I'm going to remember it this time. So, is that tree, that large tree, in the thing, the place of power?
No.
Okay. Are we heading closer to the place of power?
Well, you're not moving right now.
I mean, like in the direction we were moving. If we kept going that direction.
If we kept walking this direction.
Like towards that tree and then continued past the tree, like.
If you walked past the tree and kept walking, would you be going toward the place of power?
Yeah.
No.
That doesn't sound good, guys.
Should we be going the opposite direction?
I don't know. It depends on where we are in the forest, though, because we have no idea.
I wonder, could it be below the tree? Because you asked if it was the tree, right?
I asked if that place was the.
You said, "Is that tree the place of power?"
Oh,
and
don't.
I said no.
Well, let's go inspect the tree.
Monkey's paw. Don't stab me in the eyeballs. I need my eyeballs.
I'm sorry, but I would be the same way. You gotta be specific with your words.
Especially when it. Well, sometimes when it comes to David. Depends on how you'd like to play it. Anyway, so I guess we'll do that. Keep going.
Can I inspect the tree?
Are we close to the tree, or is it going to be a little while before we get there?
You got to walk across the clearing to get to it.
Do we want to draw attention to ourselves walking across the clearing?
Can I trap expert and see if there's any traps in the clearing? Because it looks very odd.
What if we split up and I drew attention to myself and glowed? Because I can fly and try and get over to you guys, and you guys tried to sneak through.
Why don't we just send the scout who can turn invisible?
I can't
Send
turn
Felicia.
invisible. I gotta stand still, and then I blend in after a second.
Well,
Okay.
that's pretty close. Why don't you do some scouting, and we'll stay at the edge, and you let us know what you find out. You're stealthy, right?
Well,
Yes.
you can check for traps, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go
I
check
was-
it out and let us know what you find out, okay, bud?
Alright, so what type of roll do I need to do?
To scout.
Yeah.
I would say it's defying danger using dexterity.
Okay. Drum roll. 7.
Woo! At least it's not Snake Eyes.
It was
Could be worse.
close. Yeah.
So you are moving across the clearing. You're trying to keep a lookout as best as you can. When you get more than halfway to this tree, and you're getting close to the tree, you can see that it looks like it's a very large hill. There's little rocks jutting out of it, like old teeth, and the tree that's on it, the roots. It's much larger than you thought it was from from where you originally were. Talking like bigger than a redwood. Yeah, it's it's like a size of a redwood. Maybe like 100 feet in diameter. It's bigger than a redwood, and the roots are they're all over this hill, digging into it. You don't really notice anything aside from the size of the tree. You don't really notice anything up on top of the hill. Like nothing. There's no movement that you can see, and no like obvious door or passage. But you do see a couple wolves. You don't think they've seen you, but they're moving towards where everyone else is.
Can I see their heat?
You can see here. You can see like it looks like there are some shapes like they're very faint, like the faintest shimmer of orange starting to come into view.
I think something's coming.
There are.
Something's coming, you guys.
I try to make some gestures to let the party know they're in danger without giving my location away.
You can't even make them out at the distance you're at anymore, so you don't think they're going to be able to see you. Like, if
Okay.
And then you look around like, okay, there's wolves, they're going towards them, and then when you look around elsewhere, you see that there's another group of them. They're moving very far away, like they're gonna. It looks like they're walking into the forest away from them, probably so they can. You think they're gonna try to hook around and pincer them.
I'm gonna try to follow the second pack that's going around
Okay.
and try to ambush them if they do go to pincer.
Okay, and give me a. Are you going to try to sneak up on them and attack them, or are you going to just kind of follow really far behind them
I'm gonna follow behind them,
and just kind of see what they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I won't have you roll on that, but everyone else, what are you doing? You seem to have another group of wolves coming in.
I'm gonna roll magic mirror.
You mean mirror image?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, mirror image. Magic mirror image. Lots of yeah. Anyway, Niner. Let's see here. The Niner
Who's
spell.
the prettiest on the wall?
I'm gonna dig
Let's
through
see
my
it.
pack. I know somewhere in here I have some
Alright, so that
some,
means
like-
it's ready or it's...
some it's like an explosive bag filled
Okay.
with silver
I'll
dust.
ask them. Okay. Alright,
Oh,
thank
nice.
you.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, a bag of like a silver grenade.
Yeah, basically. All right, so let's see if I can actually pull something out of my hat of my bag of tricks here. That's what I'm talking about. An 11.
Nice.
I on a 10 plus, I pull out just the thing right now.
I told you guys I had useful things in this bag.
Right.
You didn't believe me.
I finally found what I was looking for
How
once.
about that? Seventh time's a charm.
Right.
but they keep walking towards you, and they get closer, and you can see that there are 5 of them.
Oh, I want to aim into a.
Okay. Nim changes into a bear.
That's pretty brutal.
There you go.
Roar.
When they come into view, they stop in front of you, and you can see at this point. Yes, they are in wolf shape, and the one in front of them tells you, leave this place.
We have
Well, we'll
business
leave
here.
once we achieve what we came here for. We're looking for an item of power. If you can help us find it, we'll leave immediately.
There is no item of power here.
Can I use discern realities to see if he's lying?
Doesn't really work that way.
Okay.
You just have to assume that he's lying. There's like no lying role in
Maybe he
Dungeon World.
doesn't understand. Let me try. I'm going to try again. I go, there is something that Strahd is using to connect himself to this land here, and we must find it to break his hold, to free you and everyone in this land from his tyranny. Will you help us?
He says there is no item that gives Strahd his power. This land gives Strahd his power.
And what does he anchor?
But there's
hold
something
on the
that
land.
anchors him.
Yeah.
There is something that focuses it.
What's that tree?
We have felt your work in the swamp to the west. Do you think that you have impacted Strahd in any way?
Not yet, but if we do it enough, we will.
When I bash his face in, it'll impact him.
He a little laugh. No, you haven't inconvenienced him in the slightest. All you've done is made him aware that you're doing things.
Baby steps, dog breath.
He already knew that because we got confronted by Ulrich anyway.
If you choose to bow to Strahd, then that is your prerogative. But we, on the other hand, seek to rid him from this land, and this is the best way to do it. Will you help us? Or get out of our way?
It's always the dog's place to bow before its master.
Well, before you or Gameware can say anything, when Kier mentions Ulrich, he spits as best a dog can. Actually, what did you say, Kier, about Ulrich?
Well, he already knows we're about. We've confronted Ulrich already.
And that's when he does the spinning thing, and he says, then you're wasting your time.
You're right. We should just give in to the darkness.
No, you're wasting your time walking around the wilderness, meddling in things that none of you understand.
Then take us to the place of power, or get out of
Then
our way.
explain it to us. Help us help you. Free this land from Strahd.
The other 4 wolves start growling, and he says, "Fools! Destroying it will not accomplish anything."
And what would you recommend then?
Well, we haven't. Well, I guess we did.
Yeah, we totally did.
I'm going to think back on what he just said and what I know about monsters like Strahd and their connections to places of power to see if I believe he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Yes.
I.e., I'm going to spout lore. I get +1 when I spout lore about dangerous creatures.
Okay.
And that gets me an 8.
We did need to transfer
Um,
this call.
From what Gamamir and Nim observed about the obelisk in the swamp, it was the swamp's energies into one point.
Right. Okay. Well, I will do one of the two options. And
It was the swamp was pulling, or
No,
that was pulling all the swamp energy into one point.
it was more like it was focusing it. Like there wasn't. It's like kind of a tree hugging hippie. There's energy in the land, and it was just kind of it was like it was cooling it in the immediate spot.
It was a straw in the cup.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of like, and you don't know if Strahd put that there or if the witch put it there.
But someone was sucking on that power source.
But you don't know if Strahd has to quote unquote suck on the power source.
Oh, he's sucking it all right.
Well, why don't we ask the wolves then? What would you recommend, or what would you think is the best way to beat him? Will you help us?
Hey, I'm gonna stay logged in, but I'm running to Walgreens real quick just to let you guys know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. When you say, will you help us? They kind of hang their heads a little bit, and he says, we cannot.
Are you bound to
Why not?
Strahd?
They don't like really look up or anything.
Sounds like a yes.
Could we parlay with them?
You can try to parlay with them.
Can we try to free them?
That's what I was saying.
Can I? Let's ask him. Can we? Tell us how we can free you from Strahd.
He looks up at you and he just says, "You have to go, or we will be forced to kill you."
I say, friend, don't put me in this position. I can't leave until we obtain the item.
And we cannot step aside.
Well, it seems like today's a good day to die then.
Gotta say it in a Klingon accent.
Well then. Not cool, David. Not cool.
What? Just say what they would say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's the other group that I was following. Are they now approaching up behind my party?
They've gone in the forest. They have moved around. You can hear. You can't really hear what they're saying exactly, but you can hear that. Locum's talking, Gamamir's talking, and then you hear another voice talking. You don't know who it is. You assume maybe because you can't even throw the trees in the mist. You can't see the rest of the party or the wolves. But they said they're talking to someone.
So the roofs I was tracking is now laid around behind everyone.
Yeah, and they've stopped moving. There looks like they're and actually you see one of the wolves look at some of them, and then they transform into cloaked people, and they start scurrying up into the trees, and then the other group they start moving away again.
I guess I should try to climb one of the trees after them.
Okay, Mim, do you want to spout lore about curses?
Sure, actually. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, neither did I.
Okay, well I get +1 and spot lore
A
is
woman with all the curses doesn't think about sport and lore curses.
9.
They they might be unable to actually provide you with. They might be literally unable to provide you with. Like they can't even speak
With a
words to help you,
figure them out.
or on how to defeat Strahd.
Couldn't I put a hex on them to tell the truth?
Well, that actually might work if. Oh, but also, they might be. The hex might also force them to fight you if you try to do something.
Mim,
Um,
before you do that,
Huh?
have,
And one thing.
have
Your hex,
you have you learned anything about the whether they're cursed or enchanted?
No, he just told me that it's just a matter of they're not able to tell me nor and stuff like that. It's the only thing I can figure out.
Okay. That sounds kind of familiar to me. And to tell you the truth, when I find somebody who is under a curse, I have found that I am usually able to lift it. At which point I'm going to trigger Exorcist. I would like to set out to either lift the curse, enchantment, haunting, or affliction that they are under. I may ask the GM, what will it take to remove or negate this? And the GM must answer honestly or ask me to answer. You are always able to lift such an effect, but it will require one or more of the following. We will either have to perform a dangerous ritual, procure a rare component, slay a powerful monster, or obtain some forbidden knowledge.
That's a good way to go. I like it. Can I help him with his task?
I don't have to roll at this point.
Okay.
David tells me what's required, and that may require additional rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so there's two ways to get around this. One of them is to require forbidden lore. The other one is to slay a powerful monster, which would be Strahd.
Okay, so obviously lifting the werewolf. Okay, so wolf curse.
Basically, you know, Strahd has a book of spells, and in that book, there's probably a way to reverse it. Mim, the other thing is if you try to curse him to make him tell the truth, you may not be powerful enough. Basically, this improvement mechanics, a 10 plus might not be enough to actually. It might not be enough to overpower it, but it also might do something. It could harm the person. Like if Strahd is built in a countermeasure, like make you explode.
Yeah. You mean it would harm me or harm them?
It could just make him explode.
Don't do that.
This curse that Strahd put you under, does it have anything to do with your blood?
They don't say anything. And I don't know. Mim, are you gonna tell them what you know about curses?
Oh well, basically, yeah. I'll tell you guys. That I don't know. Whatever David said.
That they might not be able to actually. They might be incapable of actually speaking any words that tell you how to hurt Strahd or undo what he's done. Anything to that effect.
What we could do,
Then
if we really wanted to save them, is to ignore this place of power and go to the next place of power.
that's just what I was thinking. Yeah.
But another thing is, they did say that what you guys are doing isn't actually accomplishing anything.
Then why did the gypsy say to do it?
She never said to do that.
Yeah, but they're
But the
werewolves,
gypsy-
and everybody knows that werewolves are dirty liars.
What the gypsy actually said was that Strahd's book will tell you how to break the chains.
Oh.
So we need to go get the book. We're going about this the wrong way. We're climbing the right tree on the wrong side.
I mentioned it several times, and I was like, well, if they want to go do that, that's fine. I mean, because I was kind of thinking, well, that'll kind of get rid of all the bad guys around the areas first.
I swear to God.
Okay,
I
so
guess we
we're gonna.
thank them for
Yeah.
being honest as much as they could, and
But they might be lying about that.
That's because they're werewolves, and everyone knows werewolves are liars.
I'm gonna say, friends, brethren, maybe not brethren, just friends. Friends, we're going to do our best to try to help you. We'll withdraw now, and we'll return hopefully with better help. Will you let us depart in peace?
He says, he nods, and then he howls, and then bursting out of the trees, you see a bunch of wolves come running out past you guys. Like, there's like 10 more wolves that just come rushing out of the trees.
Well then.
And I come climbing down.
All right. I bow and I turn and I vow that we will return with help.
That's
and
all he's
we're
got
gonna,
is 15?
We're going to get the crap out of here.
That's all he's got is 15? I really think maybe we should just go back and kill them all.
I hit him on the back of the head.
Yeah. when you hit Loco in the back of the head, roll plus.
I do have one bomb.
I'd hit him too, but I'm too short.
Plus, you probably like your arms too.
Well, I guess we're going back to Barovia.
Yeah, you know, west will get you out eventually. So you go west, and it's dark has fallen. Night's fallen before he gets out of the forest. So you're wandering in the forest. Who's got to actually? I guess Kier can make light, unless you guys.
I can do it.
You want to cast your light spell?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Cast it on Kieran. Make it more glowy.
I roll a 12.
Nice.
That's I guess the good and the downside of +3 in one of your stats is that you'll rarely fail, but that also means that you're not going to get XP off of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you cast a light spell, and it's you're going through the forest, and again it took you hours to even find this place, and that was when it was daytime. Now that it's night, you think like you can see like lights bobbing about in the distance. Your mind is playing tricks like on what you think you're hearing. Was that Kier making a crunching noise? Was that something else in the distance? Was that an owl, or was that like a ghost maybe moaning? When you hear a voice talk from, it seems almost as if it's coming all around you.
And I still don't detect any magic, right?
Nope.
Okay. And is the voice saying anything that I can understand or discern?
Yeah, it's gonna say something in English. Press 1 for English.
Oprima número 2 para español, por favor.
Press 2 for Ancient Draconian.
Damn it, wrong number.
What would it say? So you still haven't left.
Ulrich.
And now you're
going to show back up.
Haunted woods.
You want to help us, Ulrich?
No.
Why?
Well, I could help you into an early grave.
Oh, of course you can.
And then Kier would say,
If I had a gold coin for every guy who tried to put me in my early grave, I'd be sitting on a beach somewhere.
and this is when Kier's looking around and he's like, guys, there's a lot of them.
A lot of Ulrichs?
No, just people.
Zombie people?
Are we going to have to kill this whole town?
Their heat?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I'm going to roll mirror image.
Well, we're at an impasse here. I could send all these werewolves at you all, and you can't see them at all. They can see you.
The werewolves told us they would let us go.
Don't worry. I took care of that one. And then you guys see this like wolf head just into the. And it comes out of like above you.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
you villain.
I
I say we
try.
kill him.
So,
Go for it, Doom. Let me know how it goes.
I'll make you guys a deal. Oh, Kira can't see him, by the way. He's dead. So. Eric's dead. He makes no heat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That was the mistake I made that one time.
Yep. So, I'll
but
cut you guys a deal. That little not wizard guy, he's got a book.
Wait, who?
Gimlimir. He has
You said not wizard, but he's a wizard.
he's making fun of him.
Oh.
oh,
See now,
you
you had to go there.
See, because you guys he has that book of necromancy stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh, that book.
Strahd wants that back, so why don't you leave it on the ground and then scurry on your way, breaking things.
How do we know that you won't go after?
Wait, what's Stroud gonna give us for the book?
Your lives!
No, how do we
I
know?
was put to Gamma. I was like, put down the book of history instead, and we can run off.
And as soon as you say, how do we know, he says, you don't.
I could do divination.
What?
I could do a yes or no question.
You're gonna try
is
to do
Ulrich
it
telling
now?
the truth?
Can Kier give us a rough guesstimate of how many people we're surrounded by?
At least a dozen.
Okay, since this is my first time encountering this dude, what is the most effective way to kill him?
Now,
Nothing.
you knew this before.
Oh,
Sunlight.
that's right, with the...
I have never encountered him.
well, could it-
You remember at the crossroads?
Yeah,
He
he was
wasn't
on
here.
he was on the other side of the crossroads. I was saving Gamamir from zombies and
Yeah,
ghouls.
and Kier ended up actually seeming to kind of do something to him, at least make him go away.
Yeah. And I think you asked the question, and then I said, well, you know, your character would know that sunlight would work on him.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
And couldn't Kier...
But I also told you that sunlight would work on him, but it was daylight at the time you found him. You'd seen him, and he didn't seem to be affected by it at all.
Right.
I was kind of thinking, though, that Kier might be able to, like, blind them, like, tell us to cover our eyes real quick, and then...
Remember, the blinding thing got changed, so let's see blind one person.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe he can generate a bunch of ultraviolet radiation since he's all plasma-like and burn the vampire to a crisp. And only give us sunburns.
It doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, he's
So
not...
what'll it be? Give me the book, or I send a bunch of these hapless werewolves that actually don't want to fight you guys to their deaths.
Oh.
We haven't
I
got a
would say-
choice. I don't want to fight the werewolves. They're pawns in his game, and they're doing this because they're forced to. It's not their fault. I have
We
to give
can't-
them the book.
Not that book.
But we could get it back if we defeat Strahd.
Can we see this guy?
No, and actually as he's talking, you can't even really tell the direction he's coming from.
Okay.
And I make a roll to throw Strahd, Gamma, whatever his name is, the book of history, and make him believe it was the real book.
You can't just say, this is Strahd's book, and he'll be like, open it up, the unabridged history of the Vistani customs. This looks like the necromancy book, okay, like, that won't. I mean, you can try to dupe him, but if he actually bothers to look at it, then he's going to know that you duped him.
The outside
that's
of
why
the
we
necromancy
would-
book is made out of leather. The book of the history of Barovia is clearly made out of paper. I think it's pretty clear from anyone who knows anything that they're not the same. I mean, they're going to look very distinctly different.
Well, my idea was to hand it to Kieran, have him shoot up in the air and throw the book, and have them go chase after it.
He did say put it on the ground.
Yeah, he'd probably end up
The
hurting
thing
me.
is, we're at a point where he's got control of the werewolves. If we do anything to piss him off, he'll just kill more of the werewolves or have him attack us. There's no way out of this that I can see without somebody innocent getting hurt.
There's no such thing as innocent. Even the noble is a paladin, so guilty of something.
Oh, okay.
Well, I definitely think we should just give it.
I vote I give him the book. And
I
so,
say we burn the book.
Hey, this isn't Call of Cthulhu.
So I pull out the book. I reach into my infinity bag. I pull out the book.
I grab it.
What?
Good.
No,
Run.
you're fearing.
You're seriously gonna grab the book from me? Because I'm gonna hit you with a knife or attack you if you try
He
to.
can roll to interfere if he wants.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna roll too. You realize this is a book of necromancy, a necromancy book that Strom probably will use to summon more undead with plague. I'm pretty sure Kieran and the witch are going to stop you as well as soon as I mention the word plague.
Well, okay, so before let's just say before Gimmer pulls the book out, Felicia, you make a case about if you give Strahd the book, he's going to make more undead. Now, what does everyone else want to interject on that?
That is true, and I don't want to deal with any more zombies. That was horrible. There's a whole town that still has people, sort of.
I'm going to say also, there's only so many werewolves he can throw at us. Zombies, on the other hand, they can keep getting back up.
I was gonna say, couldn't we try and run? Or like push our way through and get to Barovia or something?
But we can't even see where we're going, and they have wolf speed and they can see just fine. There's no way we'll make it. We can't outmove them. We can't outmaneuver them.
Yeah, I haven't changed back.
God.
You're a mage with fireball?
But we know Ulrich's in the area.
Yeah,
You can hear him talking.
but we can't tell where.
Okay, I just got an 11 to fly, and a 12 to flash, or just to glow really bright. I'm spending radiance, not to
But you should
blind
know, Adam.
anyone.
Adam, you should know that I already checked to see if my detect magic would tell me anything, and he told me no.
I'm trying to light up where Ulrich is so we can fight him. I'm going to try and glow bright enough to light the forest.
Okay, so how many points are you spending?
I'm spending 6.
Okay.
Woo!
Glowboy's been saving up.
So don't look at me. And then I'm just going to fly up and out of everyone's way and light the forest as bright as I can.
Okay, so roll.
All right, wait. Before he does that, I grab the book from Gamamir and give it to Felicia and say, "Get in the woods and hide."
It's the
Alright.
chameleon ring.
Sense of smell.
Oh, you just had to.
Why didn't you give it to me?
Hmm.
Well, 'cause you're a fighter.
But I'm also about to be flying and harder to reach because looking at me will be painful, hopefully.
But you're
So
easy
Well,
to
Ulrich
find.
would probably fly after you if you had the book. Then it'd be a one-on-one between you and him.
bring it on. 15, by the way, is the result.
Okay, so you
Nice roll.
up in the air. And, are you holding the book, by the way?
Oh no.
Are you holding the book?
No, because he gave it to.
Me.
Felicia.
Okay, Felicia, are you running?
I'm, yeah.
Okay, they are all the wolves are now going to be chasing you. So, Kier, you flash brightly into the air, and you see nothing.
Okay. As the wolves start to run after Felicia, I'm going to throw that silver grenade at them to, disperse them and hurt them and keep them away from him.
Maybe try and get their legs or something.
Okay, so if you're going to volley the grenade, you're going to be -2 from a lack of any light, and also you can't. And there's a lot of trees.
Wait,
around.
wait, I'm glowing.
Yeah, but you're told us not to look at you.
Well, did you fly up into above the tree line?
Yeah, to light the area.
Okay, so then yeah, you'll be -1 because of there's still a lot of trees, and the wolves are also they're not all grouped together or anything. They were surrounding you guys.
All right,
Yeah,
I got
yell out, don't hurt him, don't hurt him.
So
I got a 10 with the silver grenade.
Give a mirror. Are you gonna interfere? I can totally see you rolling plus to be like, no, don't throw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna interfere.
Oh, I'm fucking stabbing you later.
Does the wizard wish to forfeit his life? Yes, I wish to forfeit his life.
So, Kier, you're up in this. Okay, so are you still flying in the air?
yeah, well, I want to be wherever I can provide light so people can see. I figure that actually is going to be better than another sword on the ground. Is the ability for people to actually interact in the forest, to be on a semi-level playing field with the werewolves. So, however high that would work best, I'm just glowing, trying to provide light at this point.
So are you like looking down while you're flying now above them to try to follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're you fly around and you're like where is he? And then you look down and you can see everyone running around, and so you're like, okay, well, so you're just hovering above them when something hits you in the back.
It's all in.
8. You take 8 damage. Armor blocks it, and you get knocked back. You get knocked back below the tree line.
I don't get. Okay.
And you look.
Does the silver give any bonus at all?
He didn't hit your silver.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know if that actually working or not. But you get struck and you kind of turn around like what the heck as you get knocked as it pushes you, and you can see Ulrich above you, and he explodes back into a mist cloud.
Bastard.
Still afraid, I see.
He's actually walking, and he's like, did you really think that would work a second time?
What? Oh, you thought I was focusing on you? Hang on. So you feel all proud of yourself that you didn't get blinded when I told people around me, don't look at me. Yeah, you're really on the intelligence side of this vampire game, huh?
That's a lot of dialogue for. But the reason
this is clearly a Chris Claremont comic book.
You're like, idiot, I wasn't trying to blind you.
Yeah, there you go. That works too. It's a little less eloquent, but I guess there's.
It's not always about you, Strahd.
That's why when I said it sounds like he's coming from all around you guys, it's because he was just a mist cloud.
We need to find a way to fix that, Melissa. Let's work on some sort of magic vacuum.
I would just say
Can my poison interfere with his mist? If I throw a
no.
vial and someone shoots it?
Ooh, we've got the ghost bag. Maybe we can make it somehow pull towards undead, so he's like undead mist and he just gets sucked into the ghost zone.
Ghostbusters!
Magical poisonous gas type thing, I could see that working when he's in mist form, some kind of sunlight cloud thing that would actually hurt him like that. Or Melissa could make some kind of magic stake that if you hit him, he can't turn into mist.
Well, I have the black pearl that captures spirits still.
Witcher, do you have a sun grenade in your bag?
Unfortunately, I don't, but I bet you anything I got some holy water in here.
What about the spirit capturing black pearl I have?
And if not,
feel free to use it. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. Sounds good.
Focus on Strahd. Leave the werewolves alone.
Well, it's too late. I still threw the grenade.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
But-
trying. I'm trying to get Felicia to somewhere safe with that book.
The grenade will just hurt them. It won't kill them. It will more like hinder them and blind them, and they'll be like,
Right.
"Oh, I can't smell."
Yeah, or just keep them from following him.
So you're gonna
I mean,
throw.
if you put silver in their nose, that's gonna hurt like hell.
Right.
So,
Which will take them out of the fight, which is good.
I guess we're gonna have to use this the volley move. Are you gonna put yourself in a bad spot, or are you gonna deal less damage with it?
Because did he roll to interfere with me?
I thought he did.
What do I
I
have?
didn't
What
get
do I
a
roll?
number.
You
Dexterity?
roll plus bonds, and then if you get a 7 and a 9, you would share in the danger, and give me a -1. Or if you roll a 10 plus, you'd give me a -1 and be free.
I roll 7.
Okay.
Liar.
Can I interfere with his interference?
No, have the witch curse him.
I don't want to start an interferception chain.
Witch, curse him.
So Shane's like in your way, like, no, stop, and then like you go to throw it, and he just tackles you to the ground, and so you throw it. It kind of, it goes up in the distance. You hear it explode out. You hear some wolves whimper and yelp, but then you guys are both tumbling down to the ground, and say we both get a little scraped up in the process.
Okay.
We'll take 2 damage. Armor will
2
block
damage?
it.
Okay.
2 damage. Armor will block it.
Armor will block it, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys just get a little scraped up, like you fall like on a, you land on a rock or a tree or something.
So I just take 1 more damage, right? For me?
Yeah. If you still have your armor on and stuff.
Yeah.
Mim, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You just see like grenade time, and Shane's like, whoa, no, they will, wah! And then Felicia's like, look, zoink, and you see Kier just like, he's slammed, you see like the light just plummet out of the sky below the tree line, and you hear him hitting some branches, and you hear Ulrich laughing maniacally, and then you can see in the distance from Kier's light, like these these shapes just darting through the shadows after Felicia as she darts off.
In my bear form,
Okay.
I am going to run as close as I can to the wolves and push them.
You can get it to like one of them.
That's fine. I want to push it.
Oh man, did anybody else see that video that went around Facebook of the bear chasing the mountain biker?
No.
What?
Oh,
That makes me think of that. You
they're
should look
quite
it up.
Fast.
Oh man, it's
They can't
crazy.
go
He's got
for
like a
long.
GoPro on his helmet, and he like turns around and there's a bear, and it's just like booking after him. It's crazy.
They're quite fast. They just don't have a lot of stamina.
I totally gotta watch that later tonight.
I gotta see that too.
So okay, you're kind of, trying to knock one aside. Give me a strength roll plus strength.
No, it says though, I gain features and limitations. Do I get anything added to it because I got big bear claws?
We'll roll and see what happens. Oh!
I don't understand my bear body.
Oh.
There's,
do we need to
there's
get
so
you a-
many jokes. There's
Do we need to get you a book?
Yeah, the book of the bear necessities.
Yeah. There comes a special time in every bear's life where when they blossom.
And it dashes ahead and it's out of sight. Felicia, Kira, are you still trying to keep pace with Felicia?
Well, I didn't know that's what I was originally doing. I thought I was trying to stay with the party to light everything. I don't even know if I knew that Felicia ran away.
You can see her just dashing away.
Trying to think. We should have put the book in the ghost bag.
I did put it in the ghost bag. I pulled it out of the ghost bag because I didn't want to fight the werewolves.
And that's when we grabbed it.
I see. So yeah, I guess you know what I'm gonna try and see, because I'm trying to think. I'd rather just go down and pick up Felicia, but then we still have to contend with stupid Ulrich in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. I'm going to land and try and use the.
Well, if you have me like riding you as like Superman style, I can keep an eye out for Ulrich.
Right, and so, but in order to pick you up, I'm going to use. Where did my character sheet go? I'm going to
I like
use
the bear video as well.
turbulent winds and solar blinding flash. So I'm going to go hit the ground right next to Felicia and try and knock the wolves down and back and blind them.
There's not the wolves. They're not very close to her.
Oh, okay.
And the move would also knock Felicia down too.
Okay, so if they're not that close to her, what would I roll to try and just pick her up?
You could land and you could scoop her up, but you'd have to roll another fly thing because the flight thing it's like when you try to get to where you want to go, sort of thing.
Okay.
You have to
So
burn some more, make another con roll to do it again.
okay. So yeah, I'll do that.
So
What?
give me another con roll.
13.
Okay, so you scoop her up and you take back to the air again. Where are you going?
So it says when you use solar winds on a 12 plus, you can choose to knock down creatures around you when you take off or land. So since I am taking off and they're chasing her, could we at least knock a couple down that way?
If
you wait to take off before and someone gets close to you, then yeah, you can leap away and knock them around.
All right, let's do that. All right, and then I'm gonna try and get above the tree line again and get back kind of near the party, I guess.
Well, you could also aim for Barovia.
Yeah, head out to Barovia, dude. Don't wait for us.
Okay, we'll do that.
Get out of there. If you come back to us, they'll just bring the werewolves back. That's no bueno.
Okay.
You were way too far to actually see any you can't see any lights at all. The only thing you can see is a kind of a little ominous red pinprick of light to the other. I'm gonna say to the north. You don't know it's to the north, but it's a distance away.
Okay. What about, do I know kind of a rough direction I could head towards Barovia or towards the Vistani?
Do you have your compass?
Yes, I do.
That will let you know that you generally want to go west, and you'll get to, generally where Barovia might be, but it's the mist that blocks out the lights.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's go. Let's do that.
Okay, so you're following that, and how are you carrying Felicia?
I guess we would start out with her in my arms, but I'm guessing.
Very romantically.
Yeah. Very funny.
I climb around and I straddle him like a horse, and he's doing the Superman fly.
That's even more awkward. That's.
But
wow.
It is a woman.
Should I surf on him?
Well,
that actually would be pretty badass.
It would, except it gives you a better chance of falling off. So, probably sitting on my back would be best, giving you a better vantage, trying to stay away or keep an eye out for Ulrich.
I'll keep my eye out for Ulrich, and I'll have my sword ready.
You're kind of sitting on his back, all kind of cross-legged, like he's a flying carpet.
Yes.
Okay. so you got the book in your hands, and you're like you're kind of looking around like where's Ulrich? Where's Ulrich? And then you look to the left and you see him looking right in your eyes, upside down. You have to defy danger using wisdom.
Alrighty.
What do we get for not giving him the book?
6. 10! Booyah!
Yeah!
I just give him the middle finger.
You can hear him just saying, "Give me the book," and you start to hand it over, and then you clutch it back, and you're trying to mutter out, Kier, like you're trying to say something to alert him, and he is going to instead, since you're resisting, he's going to punch you. You can either try to dodge or let Kier know that he's right there.
I will try to lean over and dodge with agility or dexterity. Come on, lucky roll, 12!
Okay, so you lean out of the way, and now you can, what are you going to do at this point?
Kier, to our left! Book it!
All right. Maybe we still don't know that he can. That it's looking into his eyes. So we can't say that. Right? We just know something happens.
Well, no.
I resisted.
Yeah. So basically, Felicia can act normally for now.
Karen, light your hands on fire. I'm handing you the book. Burn the fucking thing.
I guess that's better than him getting his hands on it.
I have to agree.
Yeah, I'll do it. So that's a point.
Alright, Locum would just like to take a moment to point out that I mentioned that like an hour ago.
Well, we've exhausted our other options and come back to yours, okay?
So you start to hand the book over to Kier, and he's going to try to, well, let's see, what else can he do?
I've already dodged him and defied his will. Come on, man.
I know, but I can still do something else.
You don't want that book destroyed. I can definitely see this.
No, but it's this isn't. This guy's a vampire. It's not this. He's not just gonna sit the way you try to hand the book to Kier so he can burn it. He's gonna be like,
Wait,
well, I already
Wait a
taken.
minute. You didn't tell us what Ulrich was.
Huh?
You never told us what Ulrich was.
It's a vampire.
Okay, well now I know.
Well, he did. He smiled with big vampire fangs, and then he convinced you to drop the clothing piece.
Yeah, but you were like, oh
Sarcasm.
He's just gonna start clawing at you, Felicia, like crazily. So.
I guess I will withstand the claws and hand the book over. So that would be Constitution, correct?
And you're -1 because you're trying to do this while flying really quickly on someone's back while they're trying to lean around and
burn something.
Alright, so -1. Okay, so it's just a flat out 2d6. 9.
Okay. So you can give Kier the book, or you can. Okay, so you can either Ulrich's going to get the book, or you're going to take some damage and fall off of Kier.
I shall.
Or actually,
take
okay,
damage.
I'll make it a little softer than this. Okay, you can give Kier the book and then fall off of him, or you can or you can hold on to the book and fall off of him, but you won't take as much damage.
I will hand Karen the book, and I will fall off and try to defy danger with some dexterities with whatever light I can get from Karen, because he's still glowing, and try to jump around the branches.
Okay, so
Excellent.
So Ulrich does not claw your face off, but you do take falling damage.
Way to take one for the team, William.
I'm taking lots for the team.
So give me the fight danger using Dex
All right.
to try to land as gracefully as you can.
11.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so
Nice.
you only take you're only gonna take 7 damage from the fall.
And how much did I take from the claws?
Oh, none.
None. Okay.
He didn't actually claw. Like you managed to, like he leapt at you and you kind of kicked him away, but then you rolled off of cure. You fell down. Branches kind of broke your fall, and you landed on the ground. So that still hurt. Your armor still affects this.
So I'll take 6 damage then. As I'm falling, I was like, "Don't worry about me. Destroy the book." And
Wait.
he can kind of look and see me like doing a flip on the branches.
Felicia, do you still have the book?
No, I handed it to him.
Oh, then never mind.
Remember
Sorry,
you
you
said
will
that-
take damage from Uruk.
Really?
I thought. Sorry.
I thought you weren't because you did an 11. That's why. So
Well,
you
that was
only take
that
damage
was
from
to
the fall.
avoid taking damage from the fall.
Oh.
Sorry, so you will take damage from Uruk. I thought that you.
No, you didn't.
Alright, roll the damage dice. Come
How
on.
much?
did.
How many hit points do you have,
Oh,
Felicia?
Jesus.
13 right now.
Oh, good,
Thank
because
God.
you took 12.
Do I see him fall?
I was gonna say, I probably
He's
would.
way too far away.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
been flying. They've been flying for a good while. So,
Okay.
I'm just going to kind of brush myself off and stumble around and try to find a safe spot to cloak.
Felicia, I will reduce the damage you take if you want to take a debility instead.
What's a debility?
You take -1 to a stat for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it to like int and say you got a concussion.
Right. Like.
Yeah, that sounds
for-
good.
Okay, so
My
from
hand's
Uruk,
already.
from Uruk, you would only have taken. I'm going to reduce it by half. So instead of 12, you only take 6, but you gain the shaky debility. It's -1 to your dex.
Oh.
Okay.
And that will recover once you after 3 days of making camp. It goes away, or I think
No,
Well,
it's 3. It's 3 days of like it's more than make camp. You gotta like really rest and recuperate.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 days to get rid of a debility.
You have to trigger recovery. You can't get rid of it by making camp.
Oh, I thought it was.
When you do nothing but rest in comfort and safety, after a day of rest, you recover all your hit points. After 3 days of rest, you may remove 1 debility of your choice. If you're under the
Right.
care of a healer, magical or otherwise, you heal a debility for every 2 days of rest instead.
Well, then I would allow Mim to assist with that to accelerate it if you want to.
Yeah.
Well, as long as we get to the town, we can rest for a couple days for you to get better. So it's realistic, though. I mean, you fall from a big height, you're
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
It's like
Yeah.
spine damage.
mess your hip
Yeah.
up or something like that.
So
I'm
here,
not-
you have the book, and before you burn it, Uruk says, if you destroy that book, I will slaughter every wolf, man, and child in this entire region.
Do it!
Just hand it. Look, we can
Do
get
it.
it back later. I
Once
know.
you do that,
Wait. He said. Actually, here's what he says instead. He says, I will not merely slay every wolf, man, and child. They will be imprisoned and tortured for an unimaginably long time. We will grant them immortality from which a tortured, endless existence from which they will never escape.
That means we can save them.
that
They
what the-
have.
isn't that what the book will do?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here. You've already seen the lengths to which he's gone to keep the book. So clearly the book is something he really, really wants. So why would you give the guy who's
No, I'm gonna
don't give him the
smile
book?
and burn the book.
Actually, here,
Oh,
And then he follows up with this: if you give me the book, then no harm will befall anyone except for you and your friends in this dominion.
How about you?
That's
should
a crappy
I
deal.
will cut. How about you let me kill you, and I'll hand the book to one of your minions.
Actually, you know what?
Do that. Give him a counter deal.
Will you fight me for it? Without
No.
mist?
No.
No.
This
So
is not a game or a test. This is a promise. Everyone in this land will
This has
suffer.
got to be one of the best sessions we've done because it's totally divided us right in half. Me and Melissa were like, just give him the book! And Chris and Doom are both like, burn the sucker!
Look,
And Adam's
as,
left with the
Okay,
choice.
so I missed the arguments. What was Melissa's argument for giving up the book?
We can get it later.
Yes, because we could just kill Strahd and get it back.
I
But we
agree.
just
All
don't know
right.
what he's going to do with it, and obviously now that he really wants the book, he says he's not going to hurt anybody else but us.
okay.
But
I
here's
think that's the
thing.
best deal
First
we're
of
going to
all-
get. I think you should
Okay,
take it.
listen. First of all, we all know werewolves are dirty, dirty liars. Okay, we got that. But vampires, even worse. Okay, now as
Yeah,
As
because
Grandma-
that's the biggest thing to me too. Like, there's no way we can trust that he'll like keep his word either direction.
right, and as Grandma Locum would say, sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs if you want to make some omelets. So burn that frickin' book, kid.
Sacrifices must be made.
Children involved.
There are children involved.
Oh man, don't do it.
There are always children involved. Sometimes innocents get hurt.
It's the grim dark
Dingo.
reality.
Ah, this is a tough one.
It is a tough one. It's funny too because I think all of us have kind of had a choice to make a decision on this tonight, which is interesting.
Look, if you give that guy the book, there's no guarantee he's gonna keep his promise, and then he's just gonna kill us all anyways.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
he'll
gonna kill us
probably
all
kill.
anyways.
He's going to kill the villagers and raise them up as an undead.
I don't think he cares too much about the villagers right now, but if we piss him off and we burn the book, I think he's absolutely gonna just kill them all.
Are you kidding? They've already tried to
Man,
wipe out
this,
the
this
village.
makes me want to read that stupid the adventure just to metagame.
Right, right.
Adam, none of this, none of what you guys have done is in the actual official adventure. I've been doing this out of my ass the entire time. The only thing that's been by the book so far is the fact that Uruk is a thing that you can fight. There are werewolves in the forest. The swamp had blood oozes. I was like, that's dumb. And then the witch in the swamp, she's like a hag with a level in barbarian, and I was like, no. I'm giving her stone teeth, no eye sockets. There's no ziggurat in the adventure. There's no blood idol in the adventure.
Okay.
The fortune telling is actually the closest I've stuck by the book.
Okay.
Because I did want to randomly do that stuff. This adventure is very, very badly written. I run it because I've had it for years and I've never done anything with Strahd, who's an iconic D&D villain. But I was just like, I'm just gonna take the general idea of like these fanes and witches and stuff, and I'm just making up as you guys do things. I'm reacting and making up content to what you're doing.
Right, we're playing to see what happens.
Yes.
We're creating a story together. It's actually quite cool.
Yep.
Don't do it, Adam.
Look at it this way, Adam.
Don't do it, Adam.
Okay,
Don't do
let me break it down for you. Okay, if you burn the book, the guy's gonna kill everything. Okay, okay. We got that.
All right.
If you give him the book, I'm gonna kill everybody, and I'm gonna start with you.
Well, put it this way: if you give him the
Locum
book,
is not there. Locum is not there to tell you this stuff.
Nobody is.
But I will tell you this: if you give a vampire a book, he's gonna want a glass of blood. If you give him a glass of blood, he'll want a bone cookie.
Right.
If you give him a bone cookie,
It never stops.
Some skin.
Yeah.
Let me get some skin.
Basically,
wanted
he's
to say
gonna
that
slaughter the village and turn them into zombies.
Right. Before you know it, your country's $18 trillion in debt.
The Chinese.
So is the book inherently magical itself?
Gamamir has never known the book to radiate magic.
Okay. All right, let's see what happens here. You may
kill her.
you may it's a hard bargain you draw, but I can't go on without an insurance policy, and I'm gonna rip the book in half and throw half of it to the wind.
You can't rip a book in half.
I can
Yeah,
burn
you
it.
can.
One. It's leather bound.
Just get this
Dude,
straight
it's
to the
a
store.
phone book. You can't rip a phone
Start
book
to
in
rip
half.
the book.
He slices it in half.
When you
Just
start
that.
to rip the book, it actually starts to scream and bleed.
Oh, that's so metal.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
man.
That is so freaking cool.
Dude, if you don't burn that book.
Right now, you can't see it, Liz.
Just when you think it can't get any better. Oh.
All right, you know what? I'm actually gonna roll a defy danger.
To burn the book.
Well, no, to not drop it because that's messed up.
Oh my god.
Because I just can't see like
Anybody holding a book like that?
yeah. Well, but that's not how the game's played.
Right. It's not.
It's not D&D.
Well,
I mean,
honestly, I
you
would
could
say,
definitely roleplay being freaked out by it.
Yeah.
I would honestly make the argument in D&D there are no rules for like doing that kind of stuff. This is more of the type of a game where I would say if you think you're freaked out and you don't know if you drop it, make a roll to see if you drop it.
On D&D, that's what we always used our saves for.
Hmm.
Did you drop the bomb? Yes, you did.
Somebody dropped a grenade.
So I'll just say this in the control of Kier.
Okay, so when I start to do that, what is Ulrich's response?
His
So
eyes
it's
widen,
bleeding,
he
it's
says-
screaming.
His eyes like widen just a little bit, and he says, "Now imagine every child doing that forever."
Kids are dirty and annoying.
If werewolves are
They're
dirty,
noisy.
vampires even more so, and kids are even worse than the vampires.
Exactly.
And then you got politicians at the top of the totem pole.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Karen be like, I'd rather make a deal with a succubus than you.
That can be arranged.
It's just he'll kill everyone anyway. We've already pissed him off.
Oh yeah.
This douchebag's gonna
wait.
kill people no matter what you do.
Ooh, Kier, defy danger against wisdom right now.
Oh, crap.
11. Holy crap! 11.
Alright, you're pushing the odds now. Burn that
Wait!
book.
I gotta know what happens. What just happened? Oh, I looked into his eyes, didn't I?
Yes, you're looking into his eyes, and giving that book sounds like it's a really good idea.
Just think, if humans were to show extinct, but there's just a sliver of hope, unsure hope, would we take it? Probably. Come on, so he's promised he's not going to kill everybody except for us. That's at least something.
Hey, Adam.
No,
What would Optimus Prime do?
Depends on which version we're talking about.
Okay,
Oh my-
choose the version that would burn the book.
Give me your face.
He'd take the extra risk so he could save as many people as he could.
Optimus Prime would give him the book, just because if he's willing to let Megatron go, even though Megatron just betrays him, and well, Melissa's never seen the 1986 movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Megatron's going to betray him, but he still does the good thing anyway.
Well, it's the right thing to do.
And it does provide hope, and that is one of the main core things of my character. So
Aha!
I hate you all.
I'm going to seriously singe the leather so that it screams more and toss it in the air.
He catches it. And
You had to define danger from half the group, you realize now.
Yep.
he catches it, and he looks at it. He flips through it. He flips through it for a bit, and then he looks at you with this very like earnest expression, and he says, "Thank you," and then he leaves. Like you look into his eyes, and you can see that he seems very, very, very honest in that thank you.
Interesting.
You just doomed us all.
What about the wolves?
No, he just saved the entire town.
You guys don't even know what the wolves are anymore.
No, the town's going to die. It's definitely going to die now.
Well, all 4 people that are still left in it.
Wait, you sacrificed the book for 4 people?
It's the Vistani. It's actually the Vistani that I'm worried about.
You're worried about a bunch of gypsies traveling whores?
Now, if kids are untrustworthy, gypsies are even worse than they are.
Congratulations, you doomed the world because you wanted to save a bunch of gypsies.
Yep, I had to give hope. I have to hope
right.
that there's going to be something better.
Right.
You didn't give hope. You just actually took all hope away.
Well, you know, if he followed through this threat, then no, there would have been any hope in the first place because they'd all be dead.
It'd be dead, but it won't be coming back to life.
Well, I remember he said
Now it's going to be dead and coming back to life and trying to eat us.
I remember he said that he would grant them all a tortured immortality from which they would never escape.
Well, then that just means we just have to break into Swan's palace, break into the dungeon room, and just free them. It's like, okay, no more torture for you guys.
You didn't free those zombies.
Well, by that logic, then, why can't we break in and get the book back?
We'll burn it. We'll just burn it when there's
Later.
not someone threatening to kill everyone that's ever seen us.
I got an idea. Let's grab a forest.
Because that time's going to happen. You realize now you've negotiated with terrorists, and they're just going to continue to threaten to kill people.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. I say we now go take the fight to the Strom's Council and actually just blow the fuck up out of it. Where's the nearest gunpowder store?
Well, we're going to the castle. That's the next thing, right?
Yeah, we are. We have to get the book.
Right. Well, that's where we're going. We know that's where we're going. At least at this point, we can hope that they won't attack the people while that's our target. So we'll see what happens.
We couldn't have done a two-pronged attack where we could have attacked him and got the book and protected the people at the same time. That would have been really, really hard.
We wouldn't need to get the book if we destroyed the book, and
Well,
we could have just protected the people.
We're talking about two different books, Doom. So there's another book there at the castle we have to get to figure out how to unlock the powers that he's drawing from the different lands. We didn't do it right by destroying the stuff in the ziggurat. We have to figure out the right way to do this.
Did you guys ever actually read that book that you just gave away?
Nope.
So, and I'm just going to float this out there because, I mean, what do I know? I'm just a monster hunter.
Game of Mirror, you did look in the book, and you saw that it was a bunch of rituals on how to create all kinds of different sorts of undead creatures.
That's right.
How do we know that this book isn't the book?
We do know that. We do know that. We did look into it.
Yeah, I did
Wait.
the book.
And how do we know that?
The
Because I
demon
looked.
told us.
Because Madame Eva, after they'd already acquired that book, said that the book was inside the castle.
Are you sure? Because, what's an undead creature? A vampire. Yes, and a vampire is an undead creature.
Did you ask the GM if he's sure?
The gypsy hag lady said that after Gilmere had the book in his pocket in her tent, divined that it was in the castle. Not that book, the different book.
But we should have burned the book at that point, so it wouldn't have been a problem now.
I'm sure Ulrich would have come up about popped up. He seems to be able to pop up anywhere at any time.
Oh yeah, you guys were walking around for a couple days in the swamp. I mean, he could just fly across Barovia. It's only a couple miles across. I mean, at any time, it takes him 2 days to
Seems
fly
like it
down
to
there.
me. Just poof.
He's only there when it's for dramatic effect. But either way,
Guys,
for
you guys-
better or probably worse, that's the decision that was made.
I think you made the right decision now.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna go with worse.
Yeah, we actually get to the village and everyone's dead. We get to the gypsy
And everyone's
camp,
zombies.
everyone's
Then Locum and Felicia can say I told you so, and I'll have to live with the knowledge that this is all my fault the rest of the time that I'm not a zombie. So
You put your hands to your face and you melt your face off. What have I done?
Hey. So, you guys managed to find your way out of the forest and get back to the road.
Is that it?
Well, I mean, you guys are okay. Are you?
I wonder with how honest Ulrich was, maybe he didn't want to do all that. Maybe he's partially under Strahd's power too.
It's conceivable.
Quick question. So, are you guys going to try to go back to the actual village first,
Yeah.
or are you going straight to the castle?
Oh,
I'm
Billy.
going to the village.
Village, yeah. I need to rest. That
So-
was a lot of pomp and
So-
circumstance. Me challenging him, I would have died.
So,
So, Kier, where's that book?
oh god, here we go.
I burned it.
Mustache.
He's gonna lie. You're really gonna lie to us?
Oh my god! I
Yes.
stare at him with my steely gaze.
Okay, not really. They threatened to kill all of the villagers, and so I tried to
So
tear
all the
it in
villagers
half.
are gonna die then, right?
I tried to tear it in half, and it started to scream and bleed. And
That means you killed it.
it could be dead.
Kill is a nebulous word.
Yeah,
The thing's not even alive.
yeah, it's kind of an undead, living on not living.
So
book.
you destroyed it then. Good man.
Okay, sure, yeah, let's go with that.
You don't sound too sure.
Yeah, that you're not giving me that warm fuzzy I get when I destroy something really evil.
So, what's going to make this even worse for Kier is so after you guys did you destroy the book? Well, we're contemplating the contemplations. You never know. You walk back up the road. You can see the moon in the sky now. Nothing. You don't hear any howls. The whole way out of the forest, actually, you don't feel like you're being watched. You don't think you hear anything. You don't think you see anything moving. You get on the road. You walk back to the village, and that's where we're stopping.
Wait,
All
what?
right.
You're at the village.
Do you want me to slap him? I can slap him.
Kind of.
And then, what is at the village?
We'll find out next week.
we're all getting back together at the village. We're meeting and getting some rest for Felicia at the village. She needs 3
But
days.
you're not in the village. You've merely arrived at the village.
Oh. But wait, didn't Adam got there first, right? So
No,
the
we
rest of us
all
on foot.
kind of collected each other back up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So tell me what was the look like on that guy's face when you burned the book.
No, he was very appreciative when I gave it to him.
What?
was
What?
very excited when I gave it to him. Oh yeah, I bet he was furious. He seemed very earnest and thankful that I didn't burn it. Oh man, I would have seen his angry expression when you torched it in front of him.
I'm gonna look at him with my very angry eyes, and yet you can tell I'm in a lot of pain.
Okay, so as the closing scene happens, I put my arm around both Kier and Gamma Mirror as we're walking along, and I go, I just want both of you boys to know that any more pain that comes from that book, I'm taking out of both of your asses.
What about me?
Well, you didn't actually really do anything. Like, he tried to stop me from getting rid of the book, and then he gave the book away.
You actually tried to help us by attacking the wolves.
Melissa, are you actually upset that Locum hasn't promised pain upon you?
I mean, because if you really need me to,
maybe she is that kind of witch.
That's why I've got a rib cage around me.
Some witches have hex dungeons. This one's got a sex dungeon.
Yeah, it's just one letter difference.